Yes, 3MG. So listen, UEFA Champions League draw has just taken place and it is finalised. Arsenal's group is there. It's in place. We know who we're facing now. We're back in the big time. And I think we've got a good draw. We've got a very, very good draw. I'm pleased. So it's looking like, obviously, first seed was Sevilla, and then we came in second because we was in pot two. So it's Sevilla, Arsenal. We have PSV, Eindhoven and Lens. So, yeah, I think that's a favourable draw. I mean, some people would argue, that this is the big time and you'd want to face some of the bigger boys in the group stage, see where you kind of fare against them. But I'm not going to lie. I want us to progress as far as we can. I want us to have the best opportunity of getting as far into the competition as we can. And I'm optimistic that we can even maybe get to those latter stages and really, really pull a surprise. Because when I look at the squads, I think squad for squad, when we go across the whole of the Champions League, we've got a very good squad. It's not the best, there's definitely bigger teams who have better squads. And then when it comes to the experience factor and then just that whole aura factor, we know the teams. We're talking about Bayern Munich. We're talking about Man City themselves, who are the holders. We're talking about Barcelona. We're talking about Madrid. You know what I mean? There's Milan. There's really clubs with real history in this competition. But I'm fancying our chances, providing we have a good run. And the draw is favourable to us. I think Sevilla, of course, they are a dangerous club. We know how they perform in Europe typically. But I think I would be more worried if it was in the Europa League, because we know when it's the Europa League, they just turn into demons and they just know how to win in that competition. But this is the big time. This is the Champions League. And I feel like over 2 games, if we can get 4 points out of those 2 games, then we're going to be on our way to close to top in the group, which I think is what we should be aiming for. When we think of PSV, we've played them in the past as well, and they've always put up a difficult challenge against us. I believe we played them we may have actually 2 years ago, I think it was, or maybe even last year, in the Europa League, when Gakpo was there and it was causing us problems. So we know PSV can also be equally dangerous, and then Lens themselves, they're not the worst team, so they're a good team as well. But I feel like the draw definitely is a favourable one for us. So we're in Group B. It's looking like Sevilla, it's Arsenal, it's PSV and Lens. I feel like the travel distance as well between those clubs is going to be favourable for us as well. We're going to have to go to Spain, we're going to have to go to France, and we're going to have to go to Holland. It's not going to be Ukraine and Russia and all these crazy, you know what I mean? It's going to be within relatively close quarters. So I feel like it's going to be good for us to get recovery for the Premier League and then the other fixtures that we're going to have. So yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the draw. And yeah, man, come on you Arsenal. I feel like Champions League is really here now. The draw's done. The matches are in place. Competition is going to start in about 3 weeks. So I'm excited. Things are happening. We're back in the big time. And let's go. Come on, you Arsenal. 3MG.